back to the channel, everybody. I'm Kevin with High Point Overland. I have picked up a new project. Sold my rooftop tent trailer about 1.5 years ago. Been looking around off and on for the last year at least, looking for a good candidate for a new build. Yesterday we drove over to Selma, Tennessee, picked up a new project. Let me show you around. What we have here is an M416 trailer. Not sure of the year yet. Got home yesterday about 2 o'clock, and I guess we were about 90 miles from home. Found this thing, and got the original Goodyear military tires on it that I was a little bit worried about driving home. It really wasn't all that hot yesterday, but the previous owner has owned this trailer for 30 years, and I'm not sure how long it had been sitting at his shop, but he's never touched the tires or the tubes on this trailer. I have an ARB compressor on the Gladiator, but I didn't even check the pressures in the tires. They look pretty good. We made it home. Set the cruise on about 48 miles an hour, and drove pretty good drive, pretty good roads, but definitely had the rear facing camera on the entire time, watching the trailer in the dash. But made it home without any issues. It's going to need a lot of work. Still has the emergency brake or the parking brake handle on it. The cable is seized up, so it's not functioning. Someone at some point had cut the original Lynette off, came in and welded this tongue in, and as you can see, I'm not sure if it shows up in the camera, it's cocked pretty good, but it's still, even with that, it trailered pretty well yesterday. It still has the foot rest there. It's not functioning either. I need to get some liquid wrench, WD-40, and maybe a little bit of heat, see if I can get that to operate. But this area here, this part of the tongue actually bolts back to the frame. So think about just removing this and going back with another tube to the front so I can use my max coupler hitch that I had on the other trailer. The tub has got some issues. There's, wear and tear. It's got a crimp here. Still see some of the military lettering there. I got underneath it yesterday. The frame is in really good shape. It's just got a little bit of scale rust on it. My plan today is to maybe get the tub off the frame, get it out of the way, in preparation for getting the frame painted. On the military trailers, this was a solid back. It did not have a tailgate, but someone before the guy I bought it from hacked the rear panel out. It had some sort of tailgate at some point, but it didn't come with it when he bought it. So I'll be having to do some sort of fabrication back here. I will definitely have a tailgate, maybe an old Willys tailgate. But other than this cross member on the rear, the frame is pretty unmolested. It's not bent up. The bed shape up to the area just ahead of the axle, and I've got some rust through here, tear in it there. Thinking about maybe trying to find a replacement panel. They do sell them, and just cut off what I need to replace. This back here, other than a little bit of rippling up and down over the braces, is pretty solid. Drain hole here, and there's one back there underneath that reinforcement. The tub itself is pretty straight. We've got a little bit of a bend here off of this fender brace there, so it's kind of bent in towards the bed. Dent here. This rail's got a little bit of a bow in it. None of this is very difficult to repair. I have the ratchet strap pulling the rear of these two panels square because they were pretty floppy yesterday. Of course, military lights, what's left of them, pretty much dangled all the way home. But my plan for this is to have a pull-out tray, rooftop tent towers from Compact Camping Concepts for my rooftop tent, possibly some sort of canvas tarp to keep everything in the dry. Won't be watertight, but keep the dust and mud off the gear. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Parts are pretty available, readily available, so I shouldn't have too much trouble. Overland Portal, been on their forum this morning. There's a guy that's got a hardware list for all the bolts and nuts for a trailer like this. He created a grade A bolt and nut list, everything that's needed to bolt your fenders to the tub to the frame. This is the data plate here. It's pretty hard to read. I've got some aluminum polish. I'm going to try towards the edge to get some of that rust and oxidation off to see if I can find out what the year is, but the main data plate would have been on the rear panel, and obviously it no longer exists. As far as paint, I had thought about maybe leaving this, just brushing off all the excess, flaking, but I think that in the photos before I got there, I was thinking it was maybe the original paint, but as you can see, someone's come in over the years and camoed it. I think originally this was a solid, olive drab military green color without the camo. I'm guessing it's probably a mid-70s, but no real clue on that. My neighbors are gonna love when I start doing the hammer and dolly corners, but I think it'll be definitely, for what I paid for it, you don't see very many of them at the price that I paid for this. But it's going to be a challenge, but looking forward to getting this off in the woods behind the Gladiator. That's going to wrap up episode 1 of the M416 trailer build. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share, leave me a comment, tell me what you think. If you've done one of these trailers, if you've done a build, leave it in the comments. I'm looking for as much information as I can get. My buddy Texas Tom over in Lubbock, Texas has been a big help. Thanks to Tom, and he's threatened to make a drive over here to help me with the build. So Tom, I may take you up on that. Y'all take care and stay safe out there. The Beaver has landed.